Well, hello everybody, welcome back to my Let's Play of Tyranny. I'm IVATOPIA's episode 171, and we came out here, we burnt their army, these ones are still here, and they want to fight us, so let's get it on. I don't know what's wrong with you, Emily, don't need to swear, no need for that. Okay, he's going down very, very quickly, this is not good. Larry, please don't go down because you are the healer. Good, I like it, you listen to me as you command. Make sure that happens though. Take this guy out. I think he's the Earthshaker screwing us. Well, let's break the Earthshaker first. So he breaks us. Nice, okay. Let's take the easier ones out now. Okay. Well, make it work. Kill it. Kill it with punches. Kill it with fire. She get down? No. Yeah, now she is. Oh, that was just shaking. I got it.
Alright, let's do this.
Oh, more. Would you give her a heal to take a bit of a beating here?
Damn thing couldn't pierce cloth. I'll tear your scalp.
Doesn't need to pierce cloth, just skin, bones, and armor.
I'll spill your guts.
Will do. Sorry, can't.
Fifth eye. Look at the iron pigs bleed. Current with glee. Fifth eye spins a spear, spatting blood in a wide arc. Spitting. Well, spatting, I guess it is. Our foe is in retreat. Their vanguard is broken. The rest of their forces are too afraid of this glorious funeral pyre we've created. He jabs his spear into the corpse of a nearby favoured. Such a shame. I was starting to almost enjoy the smell of cooked favoured. We have the courtyard under our control. Leave the clean-up duty to me and my gang. Make haste. The top of the spire. No doubt you want a bird's eye view of this favoured turning tail and running in shame. Is that what we need to do now? To repulse the attack of the Vandal Citadel, return to the top of the spire and regroup. Oh, what's this? I have to read it? Yeah, no, it's talking on it. The zeal and fever that this favoured brought to the battle evaporated in the face of your edict, and the ease with which you dispatched their leader. Your overwhelming display of power sends panic and terror rippling through the enemy ranks. Survivors carry with them rumours that defy belief. The Tears has another archon, one showing the power of Keras, the power to cast edicts. Press space to continue. Confusion sets in across the realm amid the whispers and misinformation. One fact remains constant: the Overlord's power has been challenged. You safely assume that such rumours are making their way back to Keras. Sweat stings your eyes, or sweat even, stings your eyes as your edict bathes your spire in oppressive heat. Its weight felt everywhere in the valley. Slowly the temperature wanes, turning from nearly unbearable to almost tolerable. Over the next few days, the extreme heat eventually disperses as your edict ends, releasing Vanda's well from its molten grasp. Okay, it's a temporary one. It's not like the thing is, like he said, he does it constantly until I had to release it. It was like a mini version, but it was enough. Probably the same amount of heat and everything his had, but mine lasted a couple of days and disappears, where his would just carry on until he took it out or got me to take it down. You gather a small council of your closest allies and plan your next steps from the safety of your spire. No sooner do you get started that Carol, Faithbinder of Tunu, pays a visit bearing an important message. What? What's his message? Think he's going to go and try and kill me now because I'm more powerful than him or something. Let's see. Faithbinder Carol. I keep hearing about this little spire you've been calling your own, nodding with a smirk. Faithbinder Caron peers over the edge of the tower. Now that you've slaughtered those who would take your land, I think your claim is as official as it gets. What did I do to earn a visit from a Faithbinder? Do you have an edict to proclaim against me? Claire silently. Nice to see you, but how you get up here? Let me guess, you're here to investigate what just happened. Claire silently. No one's entirely sure what to make of you these days, IVATOPIA. They all say you've spoken an edict of fire, not a proclamation of edict of chaos, but your own edict of fire, your own mystic qualification. You're no mere Faithbinder. Of that we can be certain. You're a proclaimed and broken the Overlord's edicts perhaps one too many times. So you can be certain you proclaimed and broken edicts. Okay. Yeah, what are you doing here still? I don't know what to make of you, Faithbinder, proclaiming and breaking the Overlord's magic, claiming these awful towers. It should come as no surprise that an edict is within your grasp, but I still find room for surprise. I'll just opinion what's going on now. You're powerful in ways that gang bosses and mages aren't. You command this place to do your bidding and unleash something incredible on the world that isn't the work of a Faithbinder. If anything, it's the work of an Archine. Beast Woman will follow Alpha from here to the ends of Tears lands and farther still. We'll pour prow deep into the cold north, hunting armies of Kharazes at Alpha's side. Together, Shadow Hunter and Alpha will slaughter whole of Primus tribe. I don't have any idea how you're able to do this, but it isn't power that any scholar can wield. This is something else. You're not some ambitious hedge mage. You learned it out of a book. You're more like an Archon, where it just comes naturally. She shakes her head with a grin. I always knew you'd be a delightful bit of trouble, but I didn't think you had a touch of the Overlord's power in you. Why didn't you tell me? I generally didn't know I had it in me. Please, it seems a bit presumptuous to claim the Overlord's power. I still don't fully understand the power just yet. And now that I have this power, others will fear me, and for good reason. I'm still not sure the power to tell it my own, or what it all means. You know me long enough, my greatness shouldn't be a surprise. So I assume this means you're addressing me as Overlord now. I'm going to glare silently. I don't want to give too much away yet, because, like I said, if he can do edicts, and they can last until basically he removes them or gets us to remove them, mine will last a couple of days. I still think he's got a bit more power. And he's still got a lot more armies backing him. I don't know where the chorus stands. They helped me today, but if he turns around, you've got to back me or me, you know, the Kharazes or me, for example, I don't know who they'll line with. So with that being said, I'll glare silent, try and keep myself to myself. Chuckle, shaking her head at you with a grin. For a moment, I was envious of your power of yours. Then I realised I'm not the one with threat to Overlords painted on my forehead. Wow. I come bearing orders direct from the Overlord. Karen clears her throat, her voice becoming sober and severe. Karen has discreed two things. First, the Overlord has demanded that one and only one Archine is fit to rule the Tears. To that end, the Archines are to settle through death or domination who is one Archine fit to inherit the Tears. Wow. And the second degree? So the Overlord wants even more civil war. Have the Archines been informed of this yet? Loyal subjects of Karen's don't turn on each other. This is how this man has started, with the Archives falling into disarray. So I was just given permission to kill a subject of the Archines. Oh, it gets better than that. With a smile, she tosses a small bit of metal your way, and when it's in your hand, you recognise it as a small brooch in style of Karen's signature. Because of Greece, you are the newest Archine, Faithbinder, bows with shredded flourish. So the other Archines now have orders to control or destroy you. And the other way round, her face becomes a beaming smile. See, this is why I try to avoid getting Karen's attention. But if we don't fight, why not ignore this order? And to be clear, this is a command from Kharazes, but not an edict. Wait, now I'm an Archine, I issued an edict. I think that makes me more than an Archine. But not an edict. So basically he wants us to fight between ourselves. There's only one so he can overcome us, doesn't he? But at the same time, the others probably don't even trust me, so if like we should fight against him, they probably won't. Interesting. Again, I've got to be careful what I say here. Why not ignore the order? Because that's just, you know, she'll go back to thinking, no, he's ignoring it. Now I'm an Archine issued, and that's a bit big. So maybe if I stay in between, kill the others, He makes me loyal and get close to him, slit his throat. Declared his command from Karas, but not an edict. Correct, there's no edict back in this order. She smiles, a toothy grin. Such encouragement hardly seems necessary when the task is its own reward. The Overlord has merely resigned Karas' peace. The Archons may kill and maim each other without breaking any laws. Karas knows rightly so that emits whatever, new and old will drive the Archons to mutual destruction. The Overlord needed only remove the pretense of peace and watch the ensuring violence. Karas shrugs with a smile. Would you have preferred another do-or-die edict? I've heard enough, and now what comes next, the other Archons will bend to my will or die. The voice of Niran now has a great deal of reason to fear me. This order will complicate our alliance. What of the court? Oh yeah, the voice of Niran, he's an edict too. He's a thing, isn't he? An Archine. Well, of course I have you... What of the court? Sorry, not of course. What of the court? Have you heard what Tuna and Belinda Mark think of this? I'll tell them. Fight it out. I'm safe up here in my spire. I think I'm more troubled by the sudden promotion to Archine. Thank you for delivering the message. That will be all. Enough. And now what goal comes next? You Archine will bend to my will or die. That makes sense. So basically, bend to my will. So you work with me, you're going to die. Tuna favour too. First step is deciding you won't bow to one of the other Archines. Kara offers a smug nod. I wish you the best of luck in your upcoming struggle. Know that when you come for Belinda Mark and Tuna, I and the other Faithbinders won't interfere. A question me and the other Binders have been asking. Can you do this again? No one believes in you. Another, who shall remain nameless, takes the more critical stance that the Overlord has a hand so far up your butt she can puppet your mouth and you couldn't cast a second edict if you tried. Wow. She sizes you up head to toe. Me, I think you have it in you, or at least I like the idea of claiming an edict of yours someday. Kevin Ashes and his legion might enjoy an edict on his fortress of iron health in the Blade Crave. Now that you mention it, curiosity demands we try having you proclaim an edict of mine. I'm certain I have it in me to cast another, but I'm not sure I want to play recklessly with this power. Interesting. Try having you proclaim an edict of mine. Are you? Her hand darts in front of her mouth. Shirish, you'll let me do that? Sure, what's the worst that could happen to us? Talari, take a dictation, please. Of course, grab your quill. One step at a time, I'll try this edict thing again when I'm ready. Quill in hand, before you finish your request, Larry reaches for his boldest red inks. You meant to say, Larry, please record my second edict for all the time and memory, right, gladly? Dress claim against the blade, disfavoured fortress of iron. Ooh, against the chorus headquarters. Against Vendred Well. Set myself a run. Finish the disfavoured off. Wait a minute, because the favoured is one of the Alkynes, is he not? Remains around, start run by the chorus, proclaiming unit storms. Even broken arms. Okay, disfavoured fortress of Iron Harford. He writes your words with deliberate, graceful pun. Proclaim an edict of Firestone. Let's give him more burning. Fire. With the edict complete, Kara approaches the edge of the spire and with as much projection as her voice can muster, reads aloud your edict. And nothing happens. Kara slums her shoulders with a disappointed whimper. It was worth a try. Well, it works when Kara writes it down. Perhaps there's some trick to it that I haven't learned yet. I'm certain my voice is an essential requirement. It helps that the sculpture here atop the spire results sound. But your power most certainly worked when you used your own voice, so we at least know that your voice is an essential part of evoking your powers, or at least so far. I would imagine Kara spoke a great number of edicts before learning how to write them down for others to proclaim. In truth, I am a bit relieved. While I relish the thought of being your harbinger of non-knowable death, I'm sure being the conduit for such arrogant force is something I should should be taken lightly. Then again, perhaps your past proclaims are part of what set the seed of this power in you. She taps her chin in thought. Anyway, it's an honour to be part of this experiment. She rolls the parchment proclamation into her satchel. I say we try this again some other day. Learn more about what you can do with your power, and someday I'll be your herald of doom. It'll be a date. Ah, hey, you've got a date in the future. Whoa. The nod Kara begins to make her way to the exit. When you rule towers, look me up. If you're successful, I know I'll be in need of a new archive to serve. Nice. I know I'm mostly sober, but just so we're clear, you did just issue an edict, right? Lander taps his quill to his tongue, unsure of what next to write. First you cast an edict, then this full-on war of archives. This whole chapter of the Chronicle it's reading like fiction. So Carrington has ordered all the archons to fight it out until only the strongest remain. I think we can now safely say that the Scarlet Chorus philosophy has been vindicted. A rumbling mutter stirs from under Baron's helmet, devoid of any conjured words. Alpha birthed her own words of power like humans, prime cold carrots. Is better mystic than brood mother to kills in shadows, than stone stuck as 100 blood, than beast woman archine slaughtered by mark of shadows. She snorts and grins savagely. Kills in shadows knew Alpha was most powerful human in the whole of tiered lands. Curved claw tapped the side of her snout. Knowles was not wrong. One last thing, hesitating before she leaves. Taps the parchment she's been holding to her forehead with a self-depicting scarf. All this talk of you being the second coming of the Overlord, and I almost forgot my duties. Oh, cause what's she gonna do? And we're gonna find out next episode. Please like, please subscribe, please tune in next time. I've been IVATOPIA. Have a great wonderful day out there, and share the video and subscribe. And put any comments you want. Obviously, let's see what she says. It's gonna be something bad, isn't it? Oh yeah, here's the edict, even though I said he wasn't one or something. Bye everyone.